Yeah, let's talk about the games happened on Saturday. We had six games. Let's just jump right into it. The first game is the Celtics beat the New Orleans Pelicans 107-97. Jason Tatum, he has actually been huge. Had that 50-point game versus the Wizards, 14th ranked player in the last 2 weeks, and on the season 20th. 15 to 20 is where he is, or where he ends up pretty much every single year. Over the last 2 weeks, he's been averaging 30 points, 3.13, 7.4 rebounds. That's why if he struggles for a period of time where he shoots sub 30%, that's why you go buy low. He always ends up in top 20 on a per game basis, and he doesn't miss that many games like many others. Al Horford played just 25 minutes. He's been trending down in the last month, I would say. Ever since Robert Williams started playing well, to be honest. Last 2 weeks, 158th ranked player. Is it worth holding on to him? I think it's going to be close. You're not going to find, to be honest, you're not going to find a center that gets consistent 25 minutes on the waiver wire. So if you drop him, right, you're not going to get same level production. Like if Whiteside, is playing with Gobert out, sure, Whiteside is going to be better, way better than Horford. But just think about your situation. What you want to do. It could really go both ways. As long as Robert Williams is playing like this, Al Horford is really not getting anything. Still average 1 block in the last 2 weeks, and 6.6 rebounds, but everything else is really not there. Robert Williams again plays super well. 1 steal, 4 blocks, 8 points, plus 28. He's just been huge. Struggled a little bit early in the season with some injuries and obviously foul trouble. 11th ranked player. He just consistently gets into top first round in the last month. On the season, 24th ranked player. Wow, that is actually pretty crazy. And he played 40 games. Yeah, pretty scary stuff out of Robert Williams. It just gets so many blocks. This bloke gets so many blocks. 2.1 blocks on the season. Could even go higher, to be honest. For the rest, if I had to bet over and under 2.1 blocks, I think probably over. Rest of the way. Jaylen Brown, 35 minutes, 31 points, also played well versus the bat. But this game was against the Pelicans, not the greatest defensive team out there. Marcus Smart continued to struggle with his shot. I mean, he didn't shoot that much. Six shot attempts, but you don't really get Smart for his volume of scoring. 12 assists is super nice, 1 steal. Overall, okay, and Dennis Schroeder, 100% is a drop. 100%. And Josh Richardson is even playing more minutes. But we could also come back and revisit whenever Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, any one of these guys out, they need more offense, they will start him and play 30 minutes. And Celtics are winning. While giving Dennis Schroeder a few minutes. In the last, let's see, they're standing 9th, 6-4 in their last year. They're gonna make the play-ins at least, and maybe just a first round playoff exit, and see what they can do next year. For the Pelicans, a bunch of guys out. We have Brandon Ingram. This dude, what's up with him this time? Right ankle sprain, yeah. He's got a couple. What are you gonna do? Valanciunas is also out, but not too serious injuries. But again, like on this tanking team, they're just gonna be careful, and they're not gonna rush back like many other teams, star players on playoff bound team, right? Because they literally have nothing to play for, other than player development. So Garrett Temple, how old is he now? 35 plus for sure. Play 35 minutes. Let's not worry about him. Herbert Jones is gonna be. He has been that guy all season. I don't think he's missed a game yet. Playing 30 minutes every single night. Getting a lot of defensive stats, even though not this game, but a very strong code. Willie Hernan-Gomez, we could stream him as long as Valanciunas continues to be out. Did not play so well this game though. Usually he gets double-digit rebound. Josh Hart took all the rebounds. 13 rebounds, 3 steals. Continues to be very strong. Continue to struggle from the free throw line. But if you ignore the free throw line, I think he's a top 50, 60 player. Good stuff. Hit some threes. Grab a lot of rebounding. This year really improved his assist rate. And solid defensive numbers. Devontae Graham played 28 minutes. Is he a must roster? The thing he provides, his best category is the assist. You're not going to find a guy that averaged 5 assists on the waiver wire, usually, in category leagues. So I think it's fine. Like, if you need the assist, you could have him. Otherwise, look for a trade. All right, let's go to the next game. The Indiana Pacers lost to the Dallas Mavericks. Pacers, man. The trade deadline is up, so get your acquisitions ready because, if Tyrese Haliburton, if Sabonis, if Miles Turner, any of those guys get traded, some guys like Chris Duarte is gonna become a must roster. I mean, he needs to be rostered now probably, although like with Tyrese Haliburton back, he doesn't put up the numbers he put up. Maybe barely just a 100 guy, not even. But if Tyrese Haliburton gets traded, if Malcolm Brogdon gets traded, then he's gonna lock into that 30+ minute row. 30+ minute row every single night, and he's also going to have a usage boost. Gogo Badaze was out. I don't understand this game, but if Miles Turner gets traded, he become a must roster. This game, Sabonis came back, played just 28 because it was a blowout, 28 minutes, but huge numbers anyways. 15 rebounds, 8 assists, 21 points, and a block. Great efficiency across the board. Tyrese Haliburton, 14 and 4. Coming back from his injury, there was a period of time, if you sold high on him, because he was averaging like 25 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 1.5 steals. But coming back from the he has not been great. I think he should pick it up from here. That's assuming he doesn't get traded or anything like that. So I will probably just wait till trade deadline, which is coming up very soon. And if he continues to struggle, then I'll buy low. Because I don't want to have a situation where I look at him as a top 60 player and I bought low on him and then he gets traded to some other team. And then he's not even going to get to a contender or any other team. I don't know. So I just want to stay put for a little bit. Especially players that are on the trade block. But obviously, like, if a player is in a bad situation and could, like for example, Ben Simmons, you just have to hold him through the trade deadline. But after trade deadline, you gotta let him go. So different situations. But this Pacers team gotta keep an eye on the team because like if Shea Brissett gets consistent 30 minutes, I think he become a must roster. For the Dallas Mavericks, easy game, and Porzingis exit the game in just 11 minutes. Kristaps, it's not too serious. I think it's just right knee soreness. That's fine. Like, he's played, I don't know, many games, so that's fine. Just go rest up, miss a game or two, and come back. Maxi Kleber, in the meanwhile, if Kristaps Porzingis miss a couple of games, we could stream him. He's been getting, 27, 28 minutes. Not a must roster, but the blocks are always nice. Like, if he can average 1.2, 1.3, I think then he become a must roster. Now it's like 0.8, 0.9. And he doesn't really do anything else. 14 rebounds here, sure. Usually he doesn't grab that many rebounds, and usually he only hits a little bit threes. Dorian Finney-Smith played 28 minutes. Such an easy game. He could still be a hold. He's going to be inconsistent up and down, but he was a plus 27. He and Luka played really well this game, at least when they are on the court together. Jalen Brunson, 8 assists, a steal, and 30 points. Not bad. This number is not bad. So continue to roster him, and with Luka out, sure, try to sell him. If you put up some great numbers. Luka Doncic, 30 points. Everything looked all good until you look at the efficiency, especially the free throw efficiency. 4 threes, that's also good. Field goal really good. Luka in the last 2 weeks, I think he's picked it up and healthy. He's missed a bunch of games. 20th ranked player in the last 2 weeks. I'll take it if he can average. He can be at that top 20. Average 1.4 steals and 0.9 blocks. Both are really huge. But again, efficiency really, really bad and pretty high turnover numbers. On the season, let's see if he's inside top 50 now. Yes, 44th ranked player. 44th ranked player. 25 points, Honestly, that could be higher, 27, 28. 2.43 sounds about right. And rebound and assist. 1.2 steals is not bad for Luka at all. That exceeds my expectations. But it's just so hard for him to be moving inside that top 15. Counting stat-wise, super, super solid. But efficiency, especially with the free throw, is really hurting his overall value, overall rankings. All right, let's go to the next game. The Sacramento Kings lost to the Philadelphia Sixers. What happened this game? They made it close, the Kings, at Philly. Harrison, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Okay game. And Rashawn Holmes finally. If you bought low on him, even though he didn't put up great numbers, especially against Joel Embiid, he had 5 fouls, but the minutes is finally up there. If he can get 30 minutes, he's for sure is a top 40 player. I just know it. One of the biggest field goal anchors in the league. Playing alongside Tyrese Haliburton would really help him. As a big man, his free throws get blocked. Block some shots. So the minutes is really encouraging. So if you bought low on him, congratulations. I think he should have a pretty good finish as long as he, is healthy. Marvin Bagley, 20 minutes. Not really interested in him unless you're streaming rebound and rebound only. And like you already gave up on your free throw or you already won your free throw. The last two days you want some rebounds. Sure, Marvin Bagley is the option in category leagues. Otherwise, I don't think, we'll have anything to do with him. Davion Mitchell got 30 plus minutes. Sure, like as long as De'Aaron Fox is out. What's going on with Fox? He's missed a couple games. Is it personal? Left ankle soreness. Wow. Okay. So if he continues to miss games, we could stream Davion Mitchell because Terrence Davis was also out. So all of a sudden they need some guard playing, and somehow Buddy Hield only played 24 minutes. He played horrible 1 for 8, but there's no consistency for some of these guys. You just don't know who you're gonna play with. They keep changing the lineups. The minutes is inconsistent. That's I don't know what that does to Buddy Hield, but hopefully he plays close to 30 minutes next game. He'll be better than this for sure. You gotta hold. Don't give up on him yet. Damian Jones, meanwhile, put up a pretty good line. 2 steals and a block in 60 minutes. But as long as Rashawn Holmes is playing and getting the minutes, he won't. He's not really fantasy relevant. For the Sixers, Joel Embiid versus the Lakers, he was getting double teamed quite a lot. This game, I don't know what Kings did, but easy game, 36 points. Just so easy for Joel to get 30 in the month of January. 12 rebounds, 6 assists. I don't know what else to say. And free throw, his free throw is going to be inconsistent, especially when he gets tired in the second half. He's going to start missing some free throws. 14 for 18. I mean, not the worst, this game in a block. And I don't think he's missed a game. He maybe missed 1 game this month. I don't know. He hasn't been hurt. He's been fairly healthy. And on the season, he has played 38 games. That's more than LeBron. That's more than KD. That's more than Jimmy Butler. That's more than AD. 38 is not bad. Jokic played 43, so I'll take it any day. If I draft Joel Embiid in a second, early second or late first, him playing 38 games so far up to this point I'm not complaining. What is he? Sixth ranked player, super impressive. He was also like for whatever reason wasn't healthy in the beginning of the season. So he getting COVID and rest up, really helped him, and he's just going off every game now. Matisse Thybulle played just 18 minutes because he had 4 fouls. Matisse Thybulle is a guy that if he played 35 minutes and he had put up huge numbers, we would look to try to sell him. If you can get a Herbert Jones, I prefer Herbert Jones because he does a little bit everything else. And defensive stats wise, maybe Matisse Thybulle just get a little bit more, like maybe 0.2 steals, 0.3 steals, but it's not the biggest difference. And his minutes is also inconsistent. What if Danny Green ramps up, right? Some games, Doc Rivers might just go with Danny Green. Play Danny Green 30 minutes, not Matisse Thybulle. So try to do that. Tobias Harris, 33 minutes. Sure, I know average game from him. Seth Curry came back. He was out for a while. He's a guy that for sure, if you want threes, you want efficiency, especially efficiency, you could have him. Counting stat-wise, other guys like Max Strauss, Duncan Robinson, they make similar number of threes. But what stands out is, okay, Seth Curry also dish out some assists. So that overall makes him, top 80, top 90. But for players like this, I'd rather do a 2-for-1 to see if I can get a top 50 player. Tyrese Maxey, minutes continues to be huge. Everybody is back already, and the fact that he still played 41 minutes seemed encouraging. But as long as Joel Embiid is around, he's not going to put up crazy numbers. 7 assists is nice, sure. 13 points. But yeah, like Viso didn't sell him. I think he's just going to be, rest of the season, going to be that 80, 90, maybe 100 range. Oh, wow. He is still the 69th ranked player on the season. In the last 2 weeks, he is 114th. Yeah, 114th ranked player. He's gonna give you 13, 14, 15 points. Sure, 5 assists, but the rest, I don't know. The rest is maybe average or below average. So mainly the points and the assists, and hopefully he can shoot the ball at a pretty high clip. Make shots at a pretty high clip. All right, let's go to the next game. Oh, this game was wild. 3 overtime. Toronto beat the Miami Heat at Miami. They're back. They're back. Eighth seed in the East. And this team, matchup-wise, could be a nightmare for a lot of teams. Like the Warriors, Oh, my God. All the starters played over 50 minutes. I mean, Fred VanVleet had an injury. Came back, played just full 53. So I do worry, for Fred VanVleet, for Siakam, for OG, and even for Scotty Barnes. He's just a young rookie, right? But he's been in and out of the lineup this season as well, playing them such high minutes. Maybe they could do it. They're all young, right? But maybe, who knows, by the end of the season, they're going to run out of gas. That's just me guessing. And this game, Chris Boucher only getting 12, still a hold. Chris Boucher is still a hold. Versus the Heat, maybe not the best matchup for Chris Boucher. Presto Chua play 15, so basically no bench. They like to play 6 or 7 man rotation. Nick Nurse. And, at this point, this is crazy, playing 50-plus minutes. They got the win, too. So, obviously, all the starters put up some huge numbers if you play 53 minutes. And Siakam, what a beast, man. 4 steals and 4 blocks. Siakam has been unbelievable. If you bought low on him because he was out beginning of the season, congratulations. Last year, he was nowhere close. The production he's giving out now, crazy. Scotty Barnes also played okay. Gary Trent Jr. with the 5 steals. I'm just convinced if you play on those Raptors, you're just going to get a bunch of defensive stats. OG got 3 steals and a block. But Gary Trent is back. I don't know if he will be continue getting the average 2 steals. But this game, he got 5. And if he can be 1.8, 1.9 steals, being top 30, top 35 is not too crazy with Gary Trent Jr. 33 points as well, 5 threes. Crazy stuff. And Fred VanVleet also had a good game. All the starters play well, and they got the win. Very, very impressive, but are they going to run out of gas by the end of this, by the second half of the season? I mean, we're already there. For Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler, the guy just keep getting injured, but he's fighting through it. He had a toe issue, right? Questionable coming in, and ended up playing 53 minutes. So hopefully he's fine. 8 for 11 from the free throw line, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. What a monster line! 37-point triple-double. What a game from Jimmy Butler. And all the other starters was minus, minus 17, minus 13. And this game, Kyle Lowry didn't play. Really scary stuff from Jimmy. And bam, here we go. 16 rebounds, just the 1 assist. That's fine. 3 steals and 2 blocks. This is what we want to see more out of Bam. Getting the defensive stats, 45 minutes. This is a good start. Duncan Robinson played just 20 minutes. Majority of the minutes went to Gabe Vincent and Tyler Hero. Both also, if you play 40-plus minutes, you're gonna put up some lines. Tyler Hero played horribly, to be honest. 3 for 14. Big reason why. Well, he was a +9, but 3 for 14, no defensive stats, 13.6 rebound, 4 assists. Gabe Vincent, as long as Kyle Lowry is out, we could have this guy. He's gonna give you 3s, assists, and points. Also a good game from him. But really good effort from Jimmy, but end up being, getting a waste of an effort. Let's go to the next team. The Washington Wizards lost to the Grizzlies 95-115. Wizards, what's going on with them? They maybe just a fraud. They're now the 11th seed in the East now. They lost 5 straight. Beginning of the season, they were playing quite well. So can they make the play-ins? Atlanta Hawks, to me, is a better team than the Wizards. Celtics, to me, is a better team than the Wizards. So they're going to be on the outside. And the Knicks, man, 12th seed. But the East, to get into the top 10 is pretty competitive. There are a lot of teams. I mean, the Nets, they lost 4 straight without KD. And the last 2 games, they played without Harden, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, the Nets right now, it's a 6th seed. They're really... The East is looks like a bloodbath. And other top teams, they all have a pretty good record. They're now kind of close. So what are you going to do? The Wizards, because they're struggling, they try to change it up. The center lineup, they started Thomas Bryant. I don't think Thomas Bryant is really worth picking up because he's not going to play 35 minutes because you got Montrezl Harrell there anyways. So, no Wizards center is a must roster at the moment. KCP played 27 minutes, just horrible. 15 points, 3 threes, a -23. Kyle Kuzma, wow, what a game from Kyle Kuzma. He really emerged when Bradley Beal got COVID twice. He started playing super well, and after Bradley Beal comes back, he still, he took 17 field goals while Bradley Beal was horrible this game, 11, so he shouldn't be taking more field goals than that. But what a game from Kyle Kuzma. If you pounding free throws, I think he's a must roster. Bradley Beal, 2 for 11. A very bad game, but had 12 assists and still in a block. So that salvaged the bad line a little bit. But we should not look at Bradley Beal as a top 20 or 30 player even. I think top 35, top 40 is my expectation for him rest of the season. For the whole season, he is the 63rd ranked player. So that's got to, if you can trade him, for example, D'Lo is ranked 60. So if you can trade all the way D'Lo to get Bradley Beal, I don't think you want to think too much. Gordon Hayward, Bobby Portis, Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White, CJ McCollum. I'm not sure about that because, without Damian Lillard, CJ also could have a pretty big finish. But try to do those type of trades after bad games like this. He should be like a top 35, maybe around 30 to 40. Is where he probably is. Not even 20 to 30, I think. But better than 63rd, where he's ranked now. Spencer Dinwiddie, also just horrible. 10 points, 4 assists. I think we still got to hold on to him. This is really just a bad game against the Grizzlies, who is a beast of a defensive team. For the Grizzlies, let's see, John Contra, such a good rebounder as a guard or forward. 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Well, this game, Desmond Bane is back, and he still got 33 minutes, so we could potentially look at him for some rebound. DeAnthony Melton's minutes has been up, so that's also really good. He took 18 field goals. So these two guys, I think we could, DeAnthony Melton have a way better upside than John. So also, if he's out there on the waiver wire, I think that's fine. We could grab him. His minutes has been trending up. Kyle Anderson played 23 minutes. Sure, he's also a guy that if you want some peripheral rebound, assist, steals, and blocks, we could look for him. Jaren Jackson Jr., would you know it? He's in foul trouble, but if you just look at the line, totally fine. 10 points, that's below his average, but 7 rebounds for him is good. 2 assists is good. 2 steals, 2 blocks. Jaren Jackson Jr. has been unbelievable. Ranking-wise, because he's shooting the ball so poorly in the last 2 weeks. 47th ranked player. He shot 47% from the field, but 66% from the free throw line on 4.3 attempts. But he's averaging 3.9 blocks. My God. He hasn't had a week where he he's putting up the defensive numbers, although he's been blocking shots like crazy. But he hasn't had a 2 week period where he shoots the ball well or he shoots the free throw well. Like when all things start clicking, he could have a week where he's like a top 10 player, almost in that Robert Williams territory. In terms of block shots, on the season actually, let's see where Jaren Jackson Jr. is. 45th ranked player, yeah. I think really, to me he should be a top 40, top 35 to be honest in category. 2.3 blocks, while shooting 41.8% from the field, and that's just too low. If that number goes to up to 46, 47, which is career-wise he's above 46, I'm pretty sure. So when that happens, he's gonna average more points. He's gonna average more threes. He's gonna average like 18 points and 2 threes. So that's like top 35 player. How is he struggling with his shot so much this season? I am not. Career-wise, he is a 46%. 46% field goal guy. So that's how to improve from 41%, 41.8%. Desmond Bain played well. 1 block, 19 points. Desmond Bain should be a top 50, 60 player as long as he also was in a bit of foul trouble. As long as Dylan Brooks is out, and when Dylan Brooks does come back, he could be maybe 70. He's still gonna get the minutes. It's just fewer shots. Ja Morant had 27 field goals again. It's pretty easy to bet Ja Morant to score 30 points every night now. 34 points again, 4 threes. What a game from him. He has also been unbelievable, putting up crazy video game numbers every single game, and consistently taking 25 plus field goals too. All right, let's talk about the last game of the night. The Brooklyn Nets, they made it close without Harden and KD. Harden, he took a rest on Wednesday, quote unquote. He had like a hamstring tightness. It's just a rest day. And on Saturday, right before the game, he had a handstring with his off shooting right hand. So some weird stuff going on with Harden, but I don't think it's too serious. I don't know, right hamstring, how serious would it be? But I don't think it's something we have to worry about too much. He might miss a game or two more, but it's not. I don't think we should worry too much. And with Harden out, and I thought Kyrie cannot play in San Francisco. I was wrong. 32 points, huge game from Kyrie. Maybe his best game of the season. He's only played like 10 games. 11 for 12 on the free throw line. It's huge. 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. And hey man, with him, you just have to swap him in and out of the lineup. Making acquisitions on the days where he's missing games, and I think it should be fine. You'll be fine. Patty Mills, as long as Harden is not playing, and I think even at home, right, with Harden, because you're not gonna get Kyrie. And Patty Mills also put up pretty good lines in the last 2 games as well. So huge 6 threes again, 24 points, and even have 2 blocks and 2 steals. Huge game from Patty, and I think we want to pick him up. If he's out there on the waiver wire, and obviously sell him. Do a 2-for-1 at the same time if you had him. Nicholas Claxton started because LaMarcus Aldridge also exited the game. I think Claxton, we could potentially to look at him. It was against the Warriors. That's why he only got 17 minutes. Versus some other team, he could be getting 25 plus. And then now that LaMarcus Aldridge is out, sure, we could look at him. Kessler Edwards played huge minutes, had 2 blocks. But what does this guy really do? I don't think the upside is really, in fantasy, he's really not that guy that I'm interested. Let's just check his rankings on the season. He's been getting some huge minutes, yeah. 27 minutes a night, 178th ranked player. What does he really give you? His bad efficiency across the board, doesn't score, doesn't grab rebound, doesn't get defensive stats. I don't know. Like 0.8 blocks is nice, but that's it. That's the best category is 0.8 blocks. And Aldridge, let's see how severe the injury is. I mean, he's probably a drop anyways. Only stream him because his minutes is up and down. Some nights Steve Nash is gonna give him 30 minutes. I think that one game versus the Wizards where he went off. Some nights when he played the Warriors, you're not gonna play Aldridge 30 minutes. Let's talk about the Warriors' last team of the day. Andrew Wiggins went off, 24 points, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Harden didn't play. How did he get so many defensive stats? Maybe he's an all-star. That's why. Otto Porter Jr., as long as Draymond Green is out, I think we could look at Otto Porter Jr. and stream this guy. Right? Pretty good stuff. Efficient, hit 2 threes, 3 blocks. Can't complain. Kevon Looney, another huge game without Draymond Green. 15 rebounds. Nothing else, but 15 rebounds is huge. Draymond Green should be back next week. Maybe next week. So you're going to get one more week out of these guys. Klay Thompson, the minutes has been trending up. 27 minutes now. 16 points and 2 threes. Klay Thompson, he's got really good name value. But in fantasy this year, he's not going to be great. He's going to miss games. He's going to have right, left knee soreness. He's going to have left, right ankle soreness. He's going to have soreness all over his body. So other than back-to-backs, he's also going to miss, a couple of extra games. So if he plays well, he had 30 points, you got to get rid of him. You got to try to sell him. And ever since Klay comes back, Klay has been struggling. Not sure what to do on the court. Maybe 19 points, 8 assists, 3 steals is nice, but not the number 2 player that we all thought he is, or the number 1 ranked player. So if you sold him to get Jokic, it's working out wonderfully now. Jordan Poole, I thought I wanted to drop this guy 2 weeks ago, but he just, in 27 minutes, I know the minutes is not there, but he's just putting up decent numbers. Like 3 threes, 17 points in 27 minutes, 27, 28. He's settling in that, because at the beginning he was playing 24 minutes when Klay comes back. Now, the last couple days, games, he was playing 27, 28. Maybe because he's also playing well. Otherwise, he would just play 24. That's another reason. So, hold on to him if you already got him, or you could stream him. You can also sell high on him and do a 2-for-1 to see if you can get a top 50 player. Because I feel like, maybe not sustainable. And I'll be ready to drop him, if he goes back to 23, 24 minutes. Gary Payton is the guy that started losing a lot more minutes because he was getting 25 plus minutes. Now, this game still got 19, but he's not fantasy relevant at this point. All right, that's it for all the games, guys. I will see you next time.